welcome to my channel. First things first, I'm going to be trying to do this makeup. From the title you can see that it's going to be like a makeup video, but it's also going to kind of be like a, I don't want to say rant. I'm just going to talk to you guys, you know, kind of give you a little rundown on myself. And yeah, just pretty much that's that. So first things first, I'm going to be trying that rainbow mask makeup trend from TikTok. I know it is an old trend, but y'all, I just had to find something just so I could, you know, kind of get myself in the groove of making videos again. Making videos, period. So I'm gonna try this out, y'all. I'm so nervous, but I'm so excited. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of get right into it. I was thinking I wanted to play music in the background, but I don't know how that may work, you know. I might just play a little bit and, you know, whatever. Just, you know, kind of just go with the flow. So, first things first, I will show you guys the makeup look that I plan on doing, that I am definitely nervous about, but excited for it. So, okay, this is as big as it's gonna get. This is the famous TikTok makeup, famous rainbow TikTok trend thing or whatever. Can't even get my words out. So that's what I'm gonna try. Excuse me, y'all. I'm very congested. I've been, you know, trying to get over what I feel is a sinus infection. So y'all just bear with me. And we're just gonna get right into this. So I'm gonna start off by just priming my face. Just priming and everything. Happy New Year. Technically it is not New Year's anymore, but Happy New Year. It is officially the 2nd of January. I do not have a New Year's resolution like I usually do, you know, New Year, new me. No, it's definitely New Year. I guess I will say not necessarily same me, but dedicated to just being better, being about it, not talking too much about it, just making it happen type year for myself. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I pray that this new year brings a lot of good. And y'all, I'm putting Vaseline on because I don't want this tape to pull off any of like the hair on my face or anything, or, you know, pull off the eyebrows that I barely have. Okay, so first piece of tape has been laid. I was nervous because I've seen 2 different types of pictures done with this makeup, where people do it above their eyebrows, where their eyebrows are in the like mask thing, and then some people do it and their eyebrows aren't in it. I didn't want my eyebrows in it because I just feel like it wouldn't look right on me. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of take that up because I want it to be a mask. I want it to be masky, where it's even and not so much like, okay. Okay, or whatever, fine, cool. We're not gonna overdo it too much, make this harder than what it is. All right, so guys, the palette that I'm going to use for those colors is going to be my Kara Beauty. Y'all, I love this girl's palettes. Like, I have like 3 palettes. I have a nude palette. I have one that's kind of like a bit, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like fall colors. I have one with fall colors, and then I have ones with like browns and nudes. And this one is more of like those pop colors and everything. So yeah. So anyway, without further ado, y'all, we're gonna get right into this and make this look happen. All right, guys. So I was getting started and everything, and I just didn't want you guys to be listening to my rant because, as you can see from the start of the video, I was ranting. But that's just who I am. I will rant and I will switch a subject very quickly. But as y'all can see, y'all was getting into it, laying down my concealer to prepare to put those colors down, just so they could pop and everything. So I want to say I would say the most challenging thing about this was just trusting the process of everything and honestly just believing in myself. This was my very first creative look. So I was really just trying to see it through. And honestly, I was so glad that I was just trusting it and for the most part enjoying everything that was going on. So, while instead of doing a narration of what the video is about, I was thinking about giving you guys a little bit of a background about who I am and, what 2024 means to me going into. So, I am 24. I am a current college student, and I had started content creating in 2018, my first year of college. And I did a couple videos. I did a couple collabs with people that I was surrounded with at the time. And then over time, I started to kind of lose my creativity, didn't really know what I wanted to, spark up or like really post on my channel. And it began to like really frustrate me. So for a while, I did post, but then my second year of college started and I really wasn't focused on YouTube, nor was I focused on what was important at the time, which was my education. And I think it was just because I was going through a lot. I felt like I was having an identity crisis, or it was just a bunch of changes going on and I was trying to deal with them. So I wasn't really in my creative mind. I wasn't really, feeling the whole content creating. And so I took a break, and I want to say I did post a little bit during 2020, but it was very spotty. I was not very consistent. I wasn't, keeping things posted or posting at a set time, but I knew that it was something that I enjoyed doing. So fast forward, after after I stopped posting, I just started to get I just started to focus on me more. I got back into school. I started to get in the gym and just really decide to get back into my element. Help me to get my creative juices flowing. Surround myself with people, sorry y'all. Surround myself with people who were creative and people who were actually setting goals and meeting goals. Um and getting rid of things and habits and people that weren't serving me. And I won't say that weren't serving me. I'll just say that weren't helping me grow in the areas that I wanted and I needed to be growing. So, yeah, um progressing into 2024, I had just decided that, most of the time we go into the new year. Oh, I have my New Year's resolution, new year, new me. And I'm not going to lie to you, I was one of those girlies who, when it came to the new year, I had my New Year's resolution about what I wasn't going to do, about this goal that I had set, and woo woo woo. But honestly, this year, it was just like I don't want to over talk about anything. I don't want to open my mouth too quickly, and I don't want to be too silent either. Really just wanting to stay focused and to get down to business and to make things happen, to see the fruits of my labor, like to actually put myself in a position to work and to see how me working and being dedicated and being committed to something could change my life. So I have seen how working hard and being very diligent and committing to something is be my first I won't say my first commitment because I've been committed to things, but to get myself into a state of staying focused and staying committed. When I got into the gym, y'all, it wasn't hard. I've always enjoyed going to the gym and taking care of my body, but it was something different about getting back into it. The year 2023, I made sure that I was in the gym every morning, and I made sure that my meal prep was done. Like, I didn't, let me not say meal prep, because when I think about meal prep, I think about cooking and having a meal set for every day. No, y'all, it was not it was not that. But I made sure that I ate at a certain time. I made sure I went to bed at a certain time. I was very disciplined. I was very sure of how I needed my day to go. And so it was just like I want to carry those same characteristics about myself into 2024. Um, so yeah, pretty much just making sure that I take advantage of all the opportunities that come across my plate. Not necessarily that I would go with every opportunity, but when an opportunity presents itself, I'm able to test the spirit by the spirit and trust God to guide me in the direction that I am supposed to be going, and just flow with it, and understand that He's given me talents and He's given me things for a reason. He's given me everything that I need. He's equipped me for whatever it is that my heart desires. I have just got to do what I got to do. So that's what 2024 is for me. And I'm just excited to see what is in store for me. So yeah, that's just a little bit about my background. Well, I won't say background cuz background kind of gives like growing up and all that. This is just a little bit about who I am, and yeah, just getting to know a little bit about Ariel Dene. So in this, I will just continue by saying, with doing this video, it was more of letting my creative juices flow. Also, it was seeing that this trend had been going on for a little bit, and I didn't know what else to that I would want to post, because I'm always saying, "Oh, I'm gonna make a vlog. I'm gonna make a vlog," but you guys, I get caught up in my day, and I genuinely do not think about, "Oh, let me pull my camera out." And I know that is so bad, but I just I it's like I do, but I be so in the moment that I genuinely just don't bring my camera out and record anything. And by the time I think about it, it's like, oh, well, the day is over. And yeah, so I try the vlogs, but I just feel like I'll be so caught up in the moment of living in it that I don't just record it. I'm more of like sitting down and using content that I've just creatively thought about, or like just in a remote area, if that makes sense. So yeah, y'all excuse me. I'm still trying to get rid of this sniffle. It's not winning anymore, y'all. I feel a lot better, but yeah. I feel like throughout this entire video, y'all sniffed. I swear, I was sniffing in every single frame. But it's okay. It's okay. Your girl was still cute. That's all that mattered to me. I was still cute, giving personality, giving me. And yeah, that's all that mattered. So, I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna give you guys a short story time as we get through this
But
video.
yeah.
And
So
for the most part, I really just want you guys to enjoy. I really want you guys to um subscribe, comment, and like my channel. Well, I just said that so backwards, but you get it. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Come and become a part of my YouTube family, because I feel like there are things that I can do with this, and there's, you know, it. I just feel like this is a platform that I will be able to use to speak about things, to be creative, to be myself and full of love and laughter that I would love to spread to people who come across my page. So, of course, you guys, I would love for you to like, comment, and subscribe, become a part of that, and just support me on my journey as I start to build my channel and everything. But without further ado, we're gonna get right into the story time. So, guys, I'm gonna talk about how I had just overcome and got back into school, and just the steps that I took to get there. So, during my second year, it started off really rough. So I was in Atlanta and I was attending Georgia Gwinnett, which was in Lawrenceville, Georgia. And I had got ready for my second year. Everything was done, financial aid, dorm, all that like was taken care of, y'all. And so I get there, getting ready to check in, and they tell me I can't move in because they gotta verify my identity. And I have a warrant. And I'm like, I ain't got no warrant. Like, y'all, I was like, I don't have no warrant. Like, and they were just like, well, we got to figure it out. You have the same name as someone else. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, we don't have the exact same, we cannot have the exact same name. We might have the same first and last name, but we do not have the same exact name. We don't have the same exact birthday. And our social security numbers aren't the same. Like, y'all can't check that. So, yeah, I didn't end up moving on campus until like 2 weeks later. And I was staying at my dad's. So that was like a 45-minute drive that I was making from my dad's to the campus. And y'all, when I tell you, it was stressful for me because my dad wasn't there. He was like he was driving back and forth for work. So it was kind of just like, I'm here by myself. And I'm also making this drive, and then they got all this mix up about me possibly have a warrant, and mix up with this other girl who obviously is not the same person as me. We don't even look the same. Like, y'all, when I tell you, it was so frustrating. And so, boom, I finally did get to move in, but I was expecting to move in with my friends, my best friends that I had made prior to that year and was living with in the dorms the year before. Of course, it didn't happen like that, and I had to get over it because, life goes on. And so, of course, the year started, and I didn't see much of them as much as I had wanted to, just because I kind of feel like I was getting caught up in all the changes that were going on. And so, I feel like at that time I was just struggling with the fact that I was frustrated, and then with school starting and not being surrounded by people that I knew and meeting new people with different personalities, just so different. It was so challenging and it was very annoying for me. So, yeah, I was doing that. And then I was also working a job. I was working a full time job at Starbucks. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I loved my Starbucks job. I swear I did. The only downfall I think about it was the fact that I was always doped up on caffeine. I won't say doped up. I was always caffeinated. Like, every time I went to work, I was drinking coffee or something caffeinated. And I'm not saying that it was a bad thing, but it was messing up my sleep schedule. Like, I would have shifts 4 o'clock in the morning, and y'all, I was literally like, I would have class like 11, and I would have like a late night class, y'all. When I tell you my second semester was so butt, and I was literally struggling to get through it, just because I felt like I just had a lot going on. And so I had decided after some time that, like, I don't think I'm really focused. Like, I have too much going on. I'm overly stimulated. I'm not happy. I'm not focused. Like, my mind isn't here. I'm here physically and I'm just going through the motions, but I'm not like happy where I am. So I had decided, like, I'm just gonna go home. So at first, like, on our breaks, I ended up packing up my stuff and I just went home, and I brought some stuff home with me. And so after that, when I went back, I had just made the decision, I'm gonna move out, and I'm just gonna finish my classes online. So boom, I end up doing that and letting them know that I wasn't moving back or anything. I was just going to continue my classes through online, and they got that worked out for me. And so that next fall, starting that next following year when I moved back home, y'all, that's when COVID started. So I kind of feel like it was a blessing in disguise for me to come back home, which I was gonna have to do anyway. So I ended up coming back home the end of 2019, start of 2020, and going through COVID, y'all. I had a good time through COVID. I was definitely not worried about, I was worried about school, but I wasn't really, I just wasn't, that's not where my heart was. That's not where my focus was. So I wasn't really focused too much on school. I was somewhat doing my YouTube, but not really. I was kind of just trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So I had kind of dibbled and dabbed in different ventures or different ideas of things that I feel like I would want to pursue. Just kind of just finding my way. And then it got to a point to where I just feel like I was just being lazy. I was procrastinating. I wasn't really doing anything, and things around me just seemed to have been falling apart. So after 20, so about like 2021, 2022, I was just like, I'm gonna get back in school. I'm gonna, focus and just get it figured out. Cause at this point, being at home, not doing anything, that's not it. So I enrolled in the entry program at VSU, South Georgia State College, and they accepted me, y'all. When I tell you, I won't say I was surprised, but I was just excited because I just saw how me just choosing to, like, let me just do what I gotta do and get it over with. Like, it just was making me, it was fulfilling. It was so satisfying. So I got accepted in, and then the next step was to find me an apartment. So, y'all, I ended up getting accepted, finding me an apartment, place to stay. And I moved down there at the end of 2022, going in 2023. So y'all, going into 2023, I was coming out of a really, I won't say I was coming out of a relationship that I was having a lot of challenges or I was dealing with at the time that was, it was affecting me. That was my bookie. I was feeling some type of way. But it was very needed for us to go our separate ways. And so I was getting over that, trying to find my way and really get back in my bag, really get focused on what was important to me. And so that's what I did, y'all, for the entire year. I won't say the entire year. I'm not going to exaggerate, but for pretty much the whole semester of fall, whole semester of spring, I spent all my time in my house. Like, if I wasn't going to work, if I was not going to class, I was not going out, I was not doing anything, I was not trying to, like, I wasn't seeing anybody. I was literally just in my room. Like, I was so very anti. And then at my job, I ended up meeting this girl that I became really, really good friends with. And I started hanging out with her. And then I got introduced to a really nice organization that kind of helped me get out there. And from there on, like, it's like I want to say there was a shift in how I showed up in the year 2023. So I would just say my biggest, I won't say my biggest accomplishment, but my most satisfying moment of 2023 was seeing how me getting in the gym, me getting back into school, me making connections, and me actually focusing on making sure that I'm good and making more time for myself, and really kind of cutting out those outside voices, whether it was family, friends, relationships, all of that. Y'all, I was so very proud of myself. I was so very proud of how I was striving for things. I was so very proud of my progression. I was so very proud of my focus. And most of all, just seeing how it doesn't take a lot to distract you. And so, long story short, just not to draw this out, y'all, I feel like the year 23 was where I learned the most. And it taught me a lot. It taught me how to deal with people. It taught me how to deal with myself and to be okay with being with myself, which was never an issue, but to just get back to that state of, yes, we need people, but you need yourself. You need yourself to be okay. And if self isn't okay, then how are you going to even interact and deal with people? How are you going to make things happen? How are you going to reach goals? How are you going to get to the place that you want to be if you can't even focus on you long enough? because you're too busy trying to focus on them and help them get there. So yeah, I I'm thankful and I'm grateful that I was able to take that break from school to realize that ultimately I knew what I wanted to do. I just had to get back into focusing on myself. And y'all, also during that time, I was trying to get my modeling career together. So getting my portfolio started, getting my picture, like getting pictures done, all that, trying to find agencies. Y'all, I took a break from all of that and just sat back and just was like, let me get me right first. And so after that, like when I tell you there are opportunities that have shown themselves that I am currently working in, I just saw how me trusting God and focusing on me and doing what works for me and what's best for me has opened so many great doors and has put me in positions for things that are going to put me where it is that I'm aiming to go. So, you know, I gave you guys this story just to say that your story, your life is no worse than anyone else's. Like there's someone else that's dealing with something else. You're not behind, you're not wrong, you're not stuck. Well, you can be stuck and stagnant, but it's never too late. You always have the opportunity. As long as you're waking up and you're getting up, you have the opportunity to make that shift. And y'all, I'm just thankful that I was able to recognize that, hey, I still got time. Don't sit here and get caught up in what you're seeing. Because I feel like another thing was social media became a big comparison to like, oh, you see all these people, they're reaching all these goals and all these things are happening for them. What about me? Y'all, when I tell you, cutting out social media for a long time and just really sitting with myself and knowing who I am and knowing what I want and not really caring, you really have to walk in this world and not care. Like, of course you care, but you have to not care about what's not important. You have to not care about the things that are not benefiting you. Like if it's causing your mind to run and race and all that, baby, you don't need to be worried about that at all. If it's not adding some value and helping you, like, oh, I can use that. That's a tool. That's something that is equipped to me for something else. Baby, don't worry about it. So yeah, that's pretty just, excuse me, y'all. That's pretty much how I got back into the groove of getting focused and understanding that there was something greater to what I was wanting out of life and making that choice to choose me over the things or the people around me and not letting my circumstances, not letting time, not letting the people around me, like letting anything that's not important define how I walk my journey. Y'all, when I tell you I'm so happy now and I'm even more dedicated and I'm just excited to see what 24 brings in, because 23 was a trying year, but it was also a very vital year for me because I learned. And I want to take everything that I learned and I want to apply it. I want to apply it and I want to use it to the best of my ability to get to where I'm trying to get, because baby, it's only up it's only up from here. So yeah, as we finish this video out, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the story time. And this is it. Makeup is pretty much done. Yeah, I'm gonna get a view of what it looks like in the sun really quick to make sure that I feel like everything is pretty much blended how I want it to be. Okay, I'm kind of becoming a fan. I haven't even put my lashes on, y'all. This is just before the lashes have been put on. Oh, okay. Dang, is it gonna set? Okay, y'all, this is before the lashes. Colors are popping. Skin. I love this look. Okay, y'all. For my first time. Hold on. We gotta put the lashes on. Let's just say I snapped, honey. 8 down. Wanted to finish this video out, y'all. So this is what the finished look end up being, and I am in love. Like, I don't want to take my makeup off. But everyone's reaction is kind of just like, what are you gonna wear? What are you gonna wear? Baby, I don't know. I just really like it. I really feel like I did my big one. I kind of want to take some pictures. Y'all, my clouds, and those are supposed to be stars, but you know, for a beginner, I feel like I did really, really, really good. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video with my little bitty rant. For my next video, comment what makeup I should try, what makeup look I should try, or what trend is going. And I'll be on the lookout for different trends, makeup trends, to, you know, kind of keep it going, and maybe vlogs. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, bye.